Rapid Fire CI-19. Definitely one of the hardest guns to use in the game. I just want to quickly go over why the Rapid Fire is so difficult to use, so difficult to make a build around. There's two reasons. One, the range. That's pretty obvious right away, first thing we see. So that awesome 25 damage per chest shot and lower chest shot doesn't even exist, except for face-to-face combat when you go down to -20. We take a look at these stats, and this doesn't seem that bad, to be honest, especially for what we're gaining out of this, until you look at the details. We're losing 20% of the firing stability from putting this piece on. This is not an easy build to use, even though I truly believe it's the best combination for the rapid fire. It's still not an easy build to use. It's pretty smooth for the initial shots, like first 15 shots, and then after that, it's pretty much equivalent to the M14 in difficulty, except it's not in vertical recoil. It's in a horizontal, zigzag recoil. It's really difficult to use, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's in comparison to my other builds. Like, my other builds are just gonna feel a million times easier to use. Alright, so we went with the range and the muzzle velocity barrel. At first I was going for the short barrel to actually make everything fit. It is easier to make a build, but your shots are just doing absolutely nothing, like I said. Since they buffed pretty much all the suppressors, the advanced multi-caliber makes the rapid fire so much easier to use now. Since we're getting more range and muzzle velocity out of it, we can actually use the thing. It's dealing with the horizontal recoil not as much as the Bastion. This is like the best horizontal, obviously, but you know, it's close enough. We're getting the firing stability and camera stability bonuses. That's why it's just gonna feel better than what you see in the stats, because it literally is. It doesn't show these horizontal, only the recoil, strictly the recoil. It doesn't show these other two in the details. Look at those red bars. Oh yeah. All these spots up here are the same. Just got the Python. So 6 of those. And then we got the Randy Orton RKO foregrip. Haven't had to use this in a while, but it's just necessary when it comes to this thing. We fit the drum mag, of course, because we're up close and personal, where you may just never be able to reload. And the fun thing about this is it doesn't have the camera stability loss that the 45 has. Even though this next piece deals with what we lose with the 45, and that's pretty much the reason why it's here in the vault. But yeah, it's a nice little bonus. The Vanguard from the vault. This is a huge bonus. It doesn't have nearly as much recoil control as the sword, but it has the firing stability, which we actually really fucking need. We need everything, let's be real. Yeah, that 1.2 needed to be dealt with. Anyways, we have the M4 buffer tube, because there's no lightning rail. No lightning rail. It's too broken, it's too overpowered, I guess. They don't allow us to use it on the CI-19. So I went with the best possible option when it comes to handling, and that's the buffer tube. It's nice to get the accuracy back up too. You can actually hit fire with this build a little bit. Then we have the nice little trio, the multi-purpose, the laser. You can use the laser stance, but it gets really brutal. Only use it face to face. And then we have the panoramic grid.sight. Since we have a free, well, not free, since we're elevated, we're just going to use this. Turn this second setting on for a great time, makes your sights look a whole lot better. Just a disclaimer so that these actually work properly. This will give you less visual recoil being zoomed out this way. And you can actually deal with the visual recoil even more by setting this to the right. It's just preference. You gotta do what you gotta do. Same with the stability when moving is so good. It's so good. It's better than, like, I would say it's better than Control a lot of the time. I had to do what I had to do. The raw recoil pattern of the CI-19 is just a zigzag. It's like the QCQ as well. It needs that straight control. So yes, the firing stability, it looks horrible, and it is pretty bad. But you gotta remember that the vertical and the horizontal is being dealt with, but not being added to these stats due to the foregrip and the muzzle, but we don't have an exact number. This is faster than what we see here with the laser, just a tiny bit slower than what I would normally be comfortable with, but we had to make do. Still faster than what we see though. And then our stability stats, also not great, but could be much worse than what we see here. Hey, at least our accuracy's pretty decent though. Hooray! Also our muzzle velocity is above 600, which is a win. So yeah, I recommend starting with this build on like the last sector of shafted. You know, right click and switch to it. Because if you're in like a shotgun level sector, you're gonna have a great time and you'll be able to control it no problem in that sort of distance. It won't be any form of issue. It's just long range, which either way, you shouldn't be shooting at that, because that's not what this is built for, and it's going to take way more bullets than it should. That being said, I hope you enjoy it. Be sure to join the Discord for future and early builds, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.
Enemy off balance! Down one! Target off balance! Target down! Requesting artillery barrage! Good to have you! Target eliminated! Enemy off balance! Target off balance!
Yes, sir.